Hey PopLash fans, welcome back. Get ready for a high-octane start to your day. First up, we're soaring to the skies with the thrilling conclusion of the National Championship air races in Roswell, New Mexico. We've got the full rundown on the winners, the incredible aerial displays, and a massive announcement for 2026. But that's not all. The National Championship air races in Roswell are more than just a competition. They represent a brand new chapter for the event's organizers, the Reno Air Race Association, as they navigate a fresh start in a new city. We've got exclusive insights into the challenges and triumphs of this major relocation. Shifting gears from the tarmac to campus, we're investigating a controversial social media post that led to a security guard's termination at Eastern New Mexico University Roswell. This incident involving Charlie Kirk has sparked a national conversation about online conduct and its real-world consequences. And finally, we're bringing you the latest on a tense shooting incident in Roswell involving police officers and a suspect with a lengthy criminal record. This developing story has new details emerging that you need to know. Stick around, because you won't want to miss any of these crucial updates. Subscribe and turn on notifications now. Roaring into the record books. The National Championship air races have officially wrapped their inaugural event in Roswell, New Mexico, crowning new gold and silver champions across 5 thrilling racing classes. This landmark event wasn't just about speed. It featured spectacular airshow performances, impressive static displays from both military and civilian organizations, and an engaging STEM discovery zone aimed at inspiring the next generation of innovators. Adding to the excitement, organizers revealed a blockbuster headliner for the 2026 event, the iconic U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds. Sunday's races saw fierce competition, with Josh Watson clinching the Formula One gold at a blistering 251.152 mph, and Tom Martin taking the biplane class title at 219.848 mph. In the T6 class, Chris Lefebvre dominated, securing gold with a time of 08.09. 709 at 238.182 mph. The jet class saw Bob McCormack soar to gold with his L-29C at an astonishing 482.974 mph, while Mark Davis captured silver in his L-39C at 430.911 mph. Adding another win, Steve Henry triumphed in the Estall drag competition. We would like to congratulate all of our racers on a safe and hugely successful week of events, stated Fred Telling, chairman and CEO of the National Championship air races. The skies were further graced by impressive military aircraft like the historic B-29 FIFI and an F-16, alongside civilian performers including Jim Pate's airshows and the Smoke and Thunder jet car. Despite a brief weather delay on Saturday, organizers hailed the first Roswell event as a resounding success and eagerly anticipate the return of the Thunderbirds in 2026. This groundbreaking event has already set the stage for future aviation spectacles, with fans buzzing about the potential for even greater thrills. The successful debut in Roswell has aviation enthusiasts worldwide eagerly anticipating what comes next. Don't go anywhere, the biggest stories are still unfolding. Next up, we're uncovering the dramatic behind-the-scenes story of how the air races found a new home. A new era takes flight. The recent Roswell air races signify a monumental shift for the Reno Air Race Association, now operating as the National Championship air races, marking the end of a 60-year legacy in Reno, Nevada, and the dawn of a new chapter. This transition was necessitated by unforeseen circumstances, forcing a rapid relocation that tested the resilience and adaptability of the entire organization. We sat down with Tony Lagotta, RARA's president and chief operating officer, who shared the pivotal moment everything changed. A call from the airport authority abruptly informed him that due to encroaching commercial development, the races had only one last year in Reno. We were completely blindsided, Lagotta confessed, revealing that they had anticipated several more years at their long-standing venue. This news triggered an urgent search for a new home, with initial considerations including Casper, Wyoming, and Pueblo, Colorado. before ultimately settling on Roswell, New Mexico, where they were met with exceptional local support and ample space. A significant hurdle in securing a new venue was the requirement for land to place the race pylons, some of which needed to be situated on private property. The crucial agreement with the nearby Brown Brothers Ranch proved instrumental, with Lagota emphasizing their phenomenal cooperation. The focus for this year was squarely on establishing a smooth operation in Roswell, a formidable task given the complex logistics and high expectations from a dedicated fanbase. Looking ahead, the organization envisions expanding event offerings and potentially adding new venues, leveraging the vast 82 acres of space in Roswell, considerably more than Reno's 48 acres. This expansion promises a more immersive spectator experience and alleviates issues like parking congestion. The course layout in Roswell, a more natural oval, offers spectators a clearer, continuous view of the entire race, a distinct advantage over Reno's previous linear setup. Despite its Nevada roots, the air races have always attracted a global audience, with 5% of attendees typically being international and 65% non-local. Roswell stands to benefit immensely from this influx of tourism, becoming part of a truly international aviation tradition. Lagota expressed optimism that these numbers will continue to grow. While the future evolution of the Roswell air races remains to be seen, one thing is certain: U.S. air racing has found a promising new home. Stay tuned, because the drama isn't over yet. Up next, a social media post sparks outrage and leads to serious consequences on a university campus. Campus controversy erupts. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell has terminated a campus security guard, Oswaldo Vasquez Nava, following an insensitive social media post that mocked the death of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. The post, which surfaced on Facebook through screenshots shared by Republican activist Scott Pressler, ignited a firestorm of reactions. The controversial post, attributed to Oswaldo Vasquez Nava, read, "I woke up today and guess who didn't? Charlie Kirk lol." ENMU-R President Sean Powell confirmed the termination after an investigation, stating, "A negative social media post by an employee of Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, regarding the death of Charlie Kirk was brought to my attention early Tuesday morning, 9/16/2025. In looking into this matter, numerous calls, emails, social media comments, and voice messages were received regarding the nature of this post." Powell added, "The individual who made this post, Oswaldo Vasquez Nava, a campus security guard who had worked for our campus since October 2019, is no longer employed by ENMU-Roswell. Safety and security of students, faculty, and staff are our top priority as we strive to have a safe learning environment on our campus. This incident is part of a broader trend, with numerous individuals nationwide facing job loss or resignation for similar insensitive comments regarding Charlie Kirk. The Texas Education Agency, for instance, is investigating approximately 180 complaints against public school teachers for denigrating Kirk online, with Commissioner Mike Morath indicating potential suspension of teaching licenses for educators disciplined for such remarks. He clarified, "While all educators are held to a high standard of professionalism, there is a difference between comments made in poor taste and those that call for and incite further violence, the latter of which is clearly unacceptable." The debate over speech versus hate speech has also drawn national attention. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi faced criticism for her remarks denouncing hate speech on a podcast, stating, "There's free speech and then there's hate speech, and there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie." Pundits like Brit Hume countered, "Someone needs to explain to Ms. Bondi that so-called hate speech, repulsive though it may be, is protected by the First Amendment." Bondi later clarified on X, focusing on speech that incites violence. Hate speech that crosses the line into threats of violence is not protected by the First Amendment. It's a crime. The swift action by ENMU-Roswell highlights the intense scrutiny and zero tolerance for offensive online behavior in professional settings. The fallout from this post continues to fuel discussions on free speech, professional conduct, and the impact of social media. And we're not done yet. The news cycle keeps turning. Coming up, we have the latest on a dangerous police encounter that unfolded on the streets of Roswell. Officer-involved shooting in Roswell. New details are emerging regarding a shooting incident involving Roswell police officers that began with a domestic dispute call. The situation escalated rapidly when officers responded to a report of a man aggressively confronting a woman and allegedly pointing a gun at her. Police identified the man as 27-year-old Andrew Lopez-Cobos. According to authorities, Lopez-Cobos fled when confronted by officers. A pursuit ensued, during which police claim Lopez-Cobos brandished a firearm and pointed it at the pursuing officers. In response, one officer discharged their weapon, striking Lopez-Cobos. He was subsequently airlifted to a hospital in Texas for treatment. Further investigation by the New Mexico State Police revealed that Lopez-Cobos possesses an extensive criminal history, with over 20 prior arrests. This information adds a critical layer to the ongoing investigation into the incident. The community is closely following the developments, with questions arising about the events leading up to the shooting and the subsequent police response. Authorities are working to piece together a comprehensive account of the encounter. But that's not all the news we have for you today. Before we wrap up, we'll give you a quick recap of today's top stories and a final call to action. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We covered the thrilling conclusion of the National Championship air races in Roswell, the historic relocation and new beginnings for the event, a controversial firing over a social media post targeting Charlie Kirk, and the latest details on a police shooting following a domestic dispute. Don't miss out on any future updates. Smash that like button, subscribe to PopLash for all the hottest news, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.